are so thrilled to be talking to you today. So many of you sent us messages like, oh my gosh, Cass, are you and Deb gonna talk about this? Special episode, all the things. Like, you guys were geared up. So are we.
Oh,
so,
God.
in consideration of that, we looked at this and we decided, all right, we want to give full justice to all of the content we got today, and we want to give full justice to the book. Like, big things are happening in the chapters that we're reading. So we said, all right, let's talk about the news today, because that is like the pressing stuff. And then next week, we'll punt the book until next week, and we'll dive in on all of those chapters, 16 to 20, next week, give it full justice, all the things, and deep dive it completely when we don't have this huge news just eclipsing everything in our world. So, sound good? Sounds good. So, we're gonna dive in.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. We need to give so much attention to both these things. And I think it's only fair and it's only right. So, it's so funny though, just for everybody listening, you need to know that whenever something does drop, we don't like interact much until we get on on the podcast recording, because we're like savoring it. So the moment like we saw each other's faces just now, we were like, oh my god, there's so much to talk about, which is like I think my favorite part, because normally we would be like audio messaging and like texting and whatever, but now we're just so like, keep it for the podcast, because there's no better way than to, you know, talk in real time and break it all down. But like, my mind is like racing. What happened today? Like, what happened?
No, I totally feel the same way. And it feels a little like, because you are my Bridgerton bestie, right? Like, this is why we did this. And so I feel like I haven't even really processed what we got today, because I haven't talked to you about it. So we have to talk. I updated my timeline today, and the joy of that, because the new slide is full with the end of filming and with To Doom. I'm going to have to start a new slide for anything else that comes. And I was like, oh my gosh. And for the first time ever, I did a pronged one, because this is the first time that we've had two major things happen on the same day that are like completely different, that have nothing to do with each other, really. And so I was like, I have like a new style of entry. I was like, this is so nerdy, but I'm so excited.
Oh my god, the life of a content creator. I love it. I love it. Oh my god, it's so good.
I love it. Do you have coffee? Because I have wine.
I have water.
Okay.
I have my
poured
emotional
wine.
support cup.
I love that so much. Look how beautiful that is. Guys, you can purchase this at Iris and Soul. Link is in Deb's bio. All the things. Go buy this, because it's gorgeous.
Thank you so much. I also
Product placement.
I have my emotional support book, my water and cup, and honestly, if it wasn't game day tomorrow, I would be drinking wine. But this is a lot to happen on like match day -1. Like, I'm so fucking what the fuck was today?
Much.
We just gotta dive into it, because in a way, we kind of thought that something might come today, right? Like, we talked about it last week's episode. You know, we knew that the upfront was coming, and Wednesday we were like, like something's happening. I'm sure of it, but like not exactly sure. So it's like we kind of had like our spidey senses were tingling a little bit, but I feel like there's like triple whammy. Like, I can't even call it whiplash. I usually do, but it was just like a brick wall that we face planted in, and we were like, oh my gosh, so many things.
Yeah. Oh no, I was not prepared for that, because we talked about, and we thought spin-off, we got the right day, but kind of the wrong content here. We thought this content was what I was expecting from To Doom. So my mind just, it is whiplash. It just flipped you completely around. It flipped us completely around, because I was not ready for this today. Any of this. I thought if we're going to get news today, it's going to be spin-off news, and I didn't think there was going to be much. This is a whole other thing.
It's a whole, it's a whole other beast. Like, what? Because I guess all of the things that we got today, minus the clip, I think that what we need to do is talk about the facts, and then we need to talk about the clip. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, that works great for me.
Great. Because the facts are, they're things that we wanted to know, right? Like, we were expecting and hoping for a renewal of season 5 and 6. And we were hoping, I mean, ideally for a date, but like we got it the year. Like, these are just things that, you know, kind of were things that we, in the back of our mind, we knew they were coming, but it just feels so much more real now that they've confirmed it on To Doom, on Shondaland, Netflix, all the like if your feed didn't just look like the replay of that clip or the whistle down, like we can't be friends. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was all. I love when that happens, when every single thing I scroll through is all just the same. It's so fun because it was so massive. Yeah. So we got realistically kind of four things today. We got the clip from season 4. We got confirmation that it's coming in that season 4 is coming in 2026. And then we got not only a season 5 renewal, but also a season 6 renewal. So that is a massive amount of things for them to just drop on a random Wednesday. Like, guys.
So much information. And I think let's just start with, like, let's go chronologically. It's exciting now to know that season 4 is coming out in 2026. That's
Yes.
always been a mystery. We have toyed with the idea of maybe end of 2025, beginning 2026, but now confirmed 2026. So, how do you feel about that?
I feel really good. I feel like this just continues to solidify the timeline that we've kind of established of where we're expecting season 4 to come out. Because this is the first show I think I have yet seen from Netflix on their slate that they have said is coming out in 2026. So that feels very strong to me that it is coming early in 2026. I think first half of the year is 100% guaranteed. I don't think it's coming any later than absolute, possibly the latest would be June. I think what is more likely even is that January, February, March, first quarter of the year, I think it is going to be their big tentpole show in quarter 1 of 2026. So I feel extremely good. How do you feel?
I feel extremely good about that. And that's kind of what we were anticipating too. Just with like the breakneck speed of, all the things we've been getting for this season. So that, yeah, at least part 1, at the very least. That's assuming they break it in parts, but we've talked about this before. It's very likely that they will. So that's crazy. And it's so surreal to like know 2026. And I've seen a lot of comments like, oh, I wish it was sooner. I wish it was 2025. But like, realistically, like, it would come and go so fast if we did get it 2025. Like, we're almost halfway through the year. Let's just milk it. And they milk it so well. They give us the world tour. They give us all the things. Like, let's just take our time with it. So, and we've been fed so many crumbs already. So much to go on. So I think 2026 feels really good.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. I love the Bridgerton. I do. I think this is so fun. I mean, it's why we started a podcast with it. It's why I love being a content creator. And I think that this is the time when we build community, right? Like the real community where it is the people that truly, truly love the show. Like the people that are listening to this podcast right now are not bandwagon fans. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being a bandwagon fan. That's absolutely amazing. If you're jumping in, when it's out, when it's popular, more power to you. That's great. That's a perfectly valid way to be a fan.
Yeah.
But like, this is the in the trenches fan time. This is when we get to go back and analyze every single thing and talk to people like Erica because we want to know every little detail, every little curve of their brain that got them to create this show that we love. This is the Bridgerton time, and this is when we build community. So I'm all for it. Let's have some Bridgerton, and then we can go into the show and have all of that excitement for a few months, and then it's back to this again. And so I love it.
I love it too. And what a comfort it is to know that there definitely will be another Bridgerton after season 4 because we are officially getting season 5 and 6, which is, oh, I have chills just saying it. It felt impossible to not have it, but this is a business. Like it needed to be confirmed. It needed to be signed on the dotted line, and it is. It's confirmed. It's coming, and what a relief, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It is a relief. It does feel like, okay, let out a
Yeah.
breath. Like, okay, like, this tension that we had around it is eased a little bit. And not that there's not every single cell of my body that wants a Gregory and Hyacinth season, because I absolutely do. But if my worst case scenario now is that we end Bridgerton at 6, I'm okay. I'll survive. Like, if we ended it at 4, I would have been a pile on my floor. Like, I wouldn't have been okay. But knowing, like, okay, we're at least gonna get 6, I will survive. I mean, I obviously want all 8, and I still have confidence for all 8, but knowing that we are guaranteed through 6 is just a really comforting feeling.
Totally. Totally. There's so many stories to be told and so many attachments that we have to characters who are going to flourish in season 5 and 6. So, and I think one of my favorite parts of today was just seeing everybody sharing that whistle down that Shondaland Netflix shared, obviously doing the formal announcement that it was renewed. And a lot of people were just captioning like, let's go, Eloise and Francesca, and like just shouting out those two characters because they do have such a beautiful story to tell and two strong women, like they deserve their time in the light. And I think that was my favorite part of today is just seeing everybody just shouting out our girls. Like they have such a journey to go on, and to see it confirmed is beautiful.
It really is. I love it so much. And I noticed that too, like Ollie Higginson, when he shared the clip, he said something like two of the most amazing humans, like talking about Luke and Yaren. And I was like, oh, my heart. Like their group, their cast is just so loving and so beautiful and so amazing. So we're blessed, they're blessed. It's all just great.
It's all great, and just like again, I'm always team Ray. I love Ray. I love Rose the husband
Yeah.
dog, and even she shared it. Who knows if she's gonna be in season 4? I fingers crossed. I don't
Yes.
have the guts to ask because I don't want my heart broken. But even her, like assuming maybe she's not, even her just sharing it, like just the love that people who have been a part of it at any given time, the fact that they're sharing it and like pumped about it, it's really heartwarming. So it's exciting. Sign me up. And I'm just, yeah, I'm really like relieved is a really good way to put it.
It is. It's like that stress that I didn't know I was carrying. It's like when we like heard that Simone Ashley got confirmed, and I was like crying on the podcast because I was like, oh, that was stress I didn't know that I had. And
Yeah.
this is the same thing where I knew I was stressed about that, but I don't know that I knew how stressed. So
Yeah,
it's great.
totally. Okay, so with that information now, and this is a tale as old as time for the podcast. What do we think? What do you think is going to be the story for season 5 and the story for season 6 now that we have it confirmed?
Okay. So I'm calling my shot here right now. I'm making my big swing prediction. I am
Oh,
100% on board, 97.5% on board.
okay.
This season 5 is Francesca and Michaela. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now because I said way back when, like at least a year, maybe more, that if we got a season 5 renewal without a season 6 renewal, they were going to go Eloise first. But if we got a season 5 and a season 6 together, it was going to be Francesca first because we were going to have, like, if it was a queer story, then they were going to, like, sandwich it. So to get that 7-8 renewal, I think that they will keep Eloise's story for season 6 to then like fuel that renewal for 7 and 8. So I guess it's been probably about a year that's been in my head, because since we knew that it was, yeah, that was what was happening. So that just feels right to me. It was a thing that I called way back, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going with it. This has been my instinct the whole time, and I'm gonna double down. We're gonna go with it. Yeah.
I remember you saying that. I remember that. And honestly, I wasn't leaning on Francesca season 5 until just now. Until just now. You've literally made me feel like and I think really, wow, crazy. Yeah, I just think I, okay, the hype and the, not anger, but the need, the desire for Benedict. He got skipped over. Oh my gosh, give us Benedict, give it. Oh, that whole like energy makes Benefi season 4 so sweet. It's so good. We're finally getting Benedict. So I think that could be really cool to build up for Eloise and Sir Philip. Like, we're just going to be sick of waiting, and it's going to be like, yes, season 6. And it just makes sense. It makes sense, like, business-wise, to, not that Francesca and Michaela are not, like, hype-worthy in that way, but if you're wanting to sell it until the end, you gotta pick, like, the little faves. Benedict's a fave. Eloise is a fave. And they're enigmas. You don't know where they're gonna land. So it makes sense that they kind of plugged Benedict in just now, because, like, he had such a journey. And you've always said, too, that Eloise, you want her to be older, and she needs to experience more things. And yeah, I just think that logic, it makes sense. And, like, coupled with the fact that, we might be losing John in season 4, and, like, his mom is at the end, potentially. We got Janet Sterling at the end. Like, I see it. And the fact, okay, and my last thing, and the fact that we still haven't talked about Francesca and Michaela for season 4. Why are we not talking? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
I'm completely with you. And I'm like, I feel like I should have been taking notes during that too, because I was like, yes, and like, oh, and this, and yes, so I'm with you. So, yeah, couple things with that, because you're so dead on, and I loved it. I feel like Francesca and Michaela feel a little bit sleeper hit to me. Like, if I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna anticipate, because there's backlash and whatever, and little fuck faces that decide to be mad that there's queer characters. Anyway, so, like, because of that, I am anticipating, like, a Kate and Anthony style season. Like, still extremely successful. Like, it's not like season 2 was not extremely successful, but it's not the most watched, like, season 1 and season 3 are more watched than it, whatever. It's a little more, like, broadly appealing, like, people are gonna, like, click onto it casually more, whereas I feel like season 2 is, like, so intentional, and that's, like, a lot of the fans are very, like, I went to this specifically for this, and I think that that's going to be, like, Francesca and Michaela as well, is that, like, the people that are brought in are going to be like, I came here for the queer representation. And so I think it's going to have that kind of an audience that might not be as, like, it might not be the whole world, but it'll be an important world, an important group of people that, maybe have not seen themselves as represented as much. Which, Bridgerton does that every season, is, bringing representation to people that don't see themselves on screen. But especially for, for queer women, it's super exciting. What you talked about with John, because I have two things to discuss.
Okay.
One that I thought was really interesting was that when you were discussing all of the people sharing, every single buddy, basically, that has social media shared. You know who didn't share about the renewal? Victor Ali.
Victor Ali. Oh my God.
He was literally, what was crazy too is that I checked, because his thing popped up that he had posted a story. I was like, oh my gosh, did he post the thing? No, he posted a picture of his dinner. So he was active and did not post that. I feel like that was one of the most telling things that I've ever seen.
That is an Easter egg if I've ever seen one.
so sorry. That was just me stalking. Like,
Oh my God. R.I.P. R.I.P.
yeah.
Oh,
Which
that's so funny.
truly RIP though, because we also
Truly.
have been seeing some reports that they are filming at a West Wycombe church, but not just a West Wycombe church, a church graveyard.
It's giving Downton Abbey.
Yeah, that feels telling.
I hate that. So yeah, it's not a great day to be Victor Ali, I guess, is what you're saying. Given the fact that we saw this clip today, talk about perfection.
So good.
Let's talk about it, Cass, because holy shit.
Yeah.
Please. I need to like pet myself.
That's gonna sound really weird on an audio only
Oh my god, that is.
podcast.
I think that's from a movie. It's from a movie. Oh,
I
wait,
believe
wait, 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 wait. It's with Leslie Mann. Leslie Mann, where she's like
okay.
pregnant at 40 or something. What's that movie?
I think I know what you're talking about.
With
Is it with
Cameron
Paul Rudd?
Diaz. Was
Oh
that?
no! Oh, the other woman. Yeah, with
The
Cameron
other
Diaz.
woman.
Hmm.
Yes, and she's at the bar. She's like almost puking, and she pukes in the purse. But at some point, she's like literally like petting herself to make herself feel better. Like she's just like stroking her head. That's why I do it because I thought it was so funny. She's like, "It's fine. Everything is fine." But yeah, it doesn't come across on a podcast.
So we have the first real teaser scene of season 4, and it is a big one. It is Benedict first laying eyes on Sophie. Deb, what was your reaction to this? What were your circumstances around when you saw this? How did this clip come into your life?
Okay, you want to go there? I'll tell you. Because you can
Okay.
fully see in the reel that I posted, it was me raw dogging it, my reaction. I was at work. It is match day -1, aka it is the day before match day at home. So, like, things are insane at work because the whole, like, circus comes to town tomorrow, kind of thing, right? Like, it's a whole thing. And and it's like 30 degrees here. It's May and it's 30 degrees, which is
Hi, pause. Can we pause for a
sorry.
second? What is that in
Yeah,
Fahrenheit?
yeah,
Do you know?
sorry. It's like hot. It's like 80,
Okay. Okay.
80
Great.
or
You don't
70.
have to know
No,
exactly. I just truly have no
it's
idea
hot.
if that's hot or cold.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
Okay.
So the entire, like, we work in like a community center type of situation. Our office had no AC. Everywhere else had AC. And we were literally, it felt hotter than the pits of hell in our office. So I went out for some air in the hallway because apparently still in the hallway that was fresh air because it was so fucking hot. And I just see a notification from Bridgerton. I was like, shit. What are they posting on their stories? And I like literally saw it appear and I was like, oh Jesus. And I fully thought it was going to be an announcement of a spinoff, like you said earlier. And I was like sweating, just trying to get some fresh air. There's no windows. Like, and then I see this and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do this. Add to the chaos of my day. And when I saw Benedict in a mask, I was like, is this happening right now? Is this happening? What? Like, we're talking music, scene. It, like, this wasn't a BTS. This was a full fucking, excuse my French, scene. From the book. We've just been reading this. And that's what I. Okay, so I'll let you talk about your situation when you saw it, and then we'll talk about the scene because it blew my mind. And all to say, go look back at my reel because you can see like the sweat, because it was, I was too much.
I love it. I love it. It was too much. So, okay, what had happened for me was that I had gotten news about 45 minutes before that they had renewed for for seasons 5 and 6, and I was trying to confirm. So I'm frantically going around because it was from the Sun, and the Sun is
Yeah.
sketchy. So like it seemed true, it seemed like it made sense, but I was trying to confirm, and so I'm frantically going around trying to like, because I don't want to post a for sure of that and then it not be and whatever. So I'm trying to confirm. I see the notification pop up at like 11:52, because I was expecting, usually they post on the hour, like that's a thing. And so I was expecting something that if they're going to post, they're going to post at noon. It was 11:52, and I see the first post, and it's from like Netflix Golden, like it's one of the offshoot Netflix ones from like, I think it's the AAIP, or no, it's for all of Asia, I think, actually.
Right.
So it like pops up first. I like grab it, I'm reposting. I am watching, so my Wi-Fi at school, I'm at work, I'm in my classroom, and my Wi-Fi is terrible. I'm watching all the things pop up from everything as it's trying to post. I was like, this is insane. And then I'm freaking out, and then we get the season 5 and 6 renewal. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I finally get that one to post, and I go and I do that, and it's frantic. And then I real quick on my lunch break make my reaction reel where I'm going to talk about it. It took the entire time from when I did that at about 12:15 until, I don't know, whenever it posted at like, what would it be, like 1:45. It took that entire time to post. It would not post. I was like, I want to engage with the conversation with you guys, and I was like, I can't do it because I can't reply to the comments yet because I'm teaching, and I did this reel and it won't do, so I was like, I can't talk to you guys yet. It was awful. I was like, this is stupid, and it was so frustrating. But it was fine. I got to comments. After I started the kids on their activity, whatever, and hopped on a little bit, and I could, do a little bit of interacting. But it was so hard because I was like, I'm out here on my island without my community, and I don't know what is happening. Like,
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
But
that's so funny. It's like I had the reverse. I was like, I had just the perfect moment to shoot it out, and I was like, bye. I had to go back, but you had the reverse where you were just there, like, I just want to be in there. I need to show sign of life.
exactly. I was like, I'm getting notifications of people sending it to me because I haven't posted yet, and they're like, Cass, like, where are you? I was like, I'm trying.
Poor you. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, first world problems in the extreme, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, your Valentine's Day event wasn't great. And like,
that's so true.
hopefully that's the end of your bad luck with technology.
Yeah. Technology just hates me. It's fine. It's constant. Whatever.
I can confirm with your microphone on the pod.
No kidding. Oh my god. It's the most. Literally, that happened to me as I was coming out. Guys, my microphone, if my sound ever sounds weird, it's because my computer, for some reason, defaults when I come onto this to doing the microphone, not in my webcam, which would at least make some sense, but in my headphones. In these. It defaults to these. I have no idea why. It is exhausting, and so it defaults to that, and I have to like manually override it to get it to like our penis mic. Hi, this is our penis mic. It looks like
Yeah.
amazing. We have matching ones.
Because you're
Uh,
cute.
Exactly. We
You're
are.
so funny. It's
And they're-
exhausting. It defaults to my ear and it's exhausting.
It is. Because do you know how many times, though, guys, we have recorded an episode, and I'm like, this is great. I'm so excited. And then Deb does all of the edits, and I'm so thrilled, and I hear it, and I'm like, my fucking audio, again, is metallic-y and shitty, and it's so... And maybe other people don't notice, maybe it's me, but I can't imagine, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Anyway, but technology hates me.
It's okay. It's okay. The point is that we got our reactions out there and we're here now. And we just need to talk about every last detail of this clip because it blew my mind and I have so many thoughts.
Well, and I feel like my very first note, my very first thing was I went, this is literally the book. Go ahead.
Literally the book. The whispers. I was like, guys, they did it. They did it. Like, which one is he? And like, oh, Mr. Bridgerton. Like all the little like naggy comments were just echoing. And I think that that was like the first thing that I was like, okay, here we go. I guess that's what we're doing right now. Like it was so the book, and I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really just perfect. And I love that when they can weave in those pieces. I do have maybe a little bit of a burgeoning theory. I'm
Okay.
wondering because I mean you could say like which one is he if it's just between him and Colin. Like you could do that. But it seems a little weird to be like which one is he if it's only two of them. So like are Anthony and Kate gonna be back for the masquerade? I don't know.
I love that. I love that. I didn't think you were going there. I thought you were going to say that it's weird that they're doing that because there's only one unmarried eligible Bridgerton.
I agree that is also weird.
Also that. But I think that they're just doing it for the book fans. They
Yeah.
just little detail. But I kind of am obsessed with the fact that Anthony could be there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Exactly. I want him I want like him and Kate in a costume. I would like to see that. Especially since he gets dressed as Cupid by her at one point in the books. So
I mean, we might as well.
yeah, if we could see him in some wings. Like, have you seen? Oh my God, have you guys? If you guys have not, Deb, have you seen the video of Jonathan Bailey dancing with the angel wings on?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. Of course.
I
Oh,
assumed.
the wind. If you haven't, it will change your life, so beware. I don't know.
Yeah, this comes with a warning.
You know what, though? That's making me think how in season 3, when Gregory is gifted the bow and arrow, which is like a nod to, the Eros and Psyche thing, then Anthony takes it and he's like, let's get out of here. So he's the last one to have touched it. So what if he's showing up with the bow and arrow for the masquerade?
I love that. I love it so much.
Be so good. Kate and Anthony, Eros and Psyche. Why not?
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Um. Okay.
Okay.
So my next note on this was Ben with the open shirt. Damn.
That
Because
is that's a deep V. That is a deep V. I can see a lot of things. I'm not mad at it, but that would be shocking, I feel like, for a ball. But a masquerade ball is like you can be whatever you want. No inhibitions. Like you're behind a mask. So okay. Love that. We really dubbed it as like he showed up, he like very little efforts, big impact kind of situation. And it lives up to it. That deep V is uh is my emotional support, that's for sure.
Benedict also has an emotional support curl, but it's chest hair. As opposed to.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh
I
Lord.
like it.
Bless
Yeah.
his a costume. It is great, simple, and effective.
Okay, so Benedict is walking in. He's got all of these whispers around him. He's going, he's going. Somebody calls out for him. I think it's like the girls that are, looking at him, whatever. And he just, sticks it and pivots. He's like, other direction, which is
Hmm.
very in keeping with the Benedict that we have always seen.
Classic Ben. Classic.
And then, the change.
Has, has he ever stopped in his tracks like that? And he just stands in the middle of the freaking ball and he's like completely enamored. And it's just the fact that he like pivots directly to her there's like a pull for him. He's drawn to her without even knowing it. Oh my God. He's starstruck. Starstruck. And it's so in keeping with the book. And I think, no, I know that my favorite part about this is how the song, the typical Bridgerton song, is playing and takes its end. And then the whimsical, magical song comes on. The song transition is what ended me completely.
Oh, it's immaculate. It absolutely 100% makes that scene. Like, the acting is amazing, the set is amazing, the costuming amazing, all of those things, and they're all working and they're all doing great. The song makes that that moment magic. It does. It sells it completely. It's so good. I'm like speechless. It couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, like I'm gonna, I played it on loop on my drive home.
Yeah.
I just listened to it. I was like, this is so good. I don't think we've ever heard a song in Bridgerton that is that whimsical and that like twinkly fairy light, like magical. It was just such not a shift. Well, maybe, yeah. It's such a shift from what we're used to. And that's just so telling to where this story is going. And this clip didn't need words. Like, it really didn't. It was perfect.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to assume that was Chris Bowers, but he, like, really, that song sounds like Love at First Sight. It just does. It's like they took that feeling and made it music. And it's perfect. It couldn't be more perfect.
It sounds like them. Okay, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Holiday. And
Okay.
Jack Black's character, well, okay, second to Titanic. Titanic is my thing. But The Holiday, Jack Black's character, he's a musician, he's a pianist, and he writes music to reflect the people that he's writing for. And they're trying to write this song for this older gentleman in the movie. And at one point, he needs to do like this walk onto the stage, and he writes the perfect piano song for him. And Kate Winslet's character is like, wow, it sounds like him. And like, it is so, there's such an artistry in writing music. I cannot even like fathom the detail that goes into it. But to make music sound like it relates to a moment, a character, a person, whatever, it's incredible. So the fact that it literally feels like you say, like it sounds like love at first sight, it makes me think of them. And I didn't know, but now that's what it is. It's crazy. It's like amazing. It blows my mind.
It's spectacular. And speaking of like movies and things that it makes you think of, I thought of a Cinderella story with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray that was like, meet me at the center of the dance floor at midnight. And they're standing under this chandelier. You have Benedict and Sophie. And I was like, it's taking so many cues from Cinderella stories. And it's just perfect. I just love it.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it is. And it's taking the cues that I was hoping it would take. In a previous episode, I said, I really hope that it's not like doors open and she's arrived, everybody's looking at her, and it's like this huge like entrance, like, and that's where he notices her. I didn't want that. This is what I wanted. Like, I wanted it just be them two. Obviously, there's a guy at the end who kind of ruins it, and I love like that, like that pin drop at the end is like, oh shit. But it's what I wanted. I wanted her to just be like, they're taking it all in, and she's like the definition of like soaking it all up. It was, yeah. So yeah, let's talk about Sophie, because our girl.
I am struck by, this this is such a weird specific thing. I am struck by how when we first see her, her dress does not look silver, it looks white. And I think that that's interesting because Benedict is in all black. So I think that they're setting up like this contrast for her. And Benedict, and like that they're kind of this yin yang like side of each other where they complete each other and they have a piece of each other in themselves, but they also have like the balance of what the other person needs. But then I'm so addicted because when we see them in the moonlight, it certainly looks silver. So like that it becomes silver in the moonlight when she gets to like come alive and them and have this emotional moment. Like she gets to go kind of from the white to the silver, and it's just magic. Everything about it is magic. It's such a fairy tale and I love it.
I love it so much. I love that. I love the like focus. Like after we get the full shot of her gazing upwards, then we focus on her mask, her face, and we get to like take in the sight of her mask, which we already know that we love. We love her mask. I love how much it covers. It's very, very mysterious, but very delicate and beautiful. We've talked about the lace being something that, you know, you're hiding, but you can kind of see through, like you're still open to, you know, what may be. But after we like take in the sight of her mask, then Benedict, along with us, are starting to be like, what is she looking at? Like we're following her eyes. And I love that little moment where he's like, he looks up and he has like this such a subtle, like, you know, that's funny. What are you looking at? And it's so Benedict, and I'm just so comforted with that little thing. I know it's so minute, but Benedict in love, I still need him to be himself and like a little rascal, you know? So I could just see him interacting with her after and being like, the fuck? You never seen a chandelier before? Like, I love that. It's so sweet that he's just kind of following her gaze and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and it just seems like such a perfect metaphor to me for like why Benedict falls for Sophie when he is, you know, experienced so much and whatever. Like, what is it about Sophie that changes everything for him? And it's the perspective that she offers, because she is somebody from outside of his world. She's somebody who hasn't lived like he has lived, and he is, I mean, we've been talking about that with the book. He's exhausted by the constant rounds of parties and like sleeping around and all the things, and he's just done. And then Sophie comes in with this fresh perspective where she is enamored with a chandelier that he sees all the time. This is his house, right? Mm-hmm. And she comes in and she's mystified. She's like, this is incredible. This is the most beautiful thing that she has ever seen. And suddenly Benedict gets to live every moment of his life like it is brand new because it's brand new with her. And it provides that new perspective for him. That's just why they're going to be so perfect together.
Oh, and it's almost like it's very similar to the conversation that they have at the beginning in that scene or shortly after, where they're talking, he's asking her like, she's like, why is your favorite color blue? And he's like, I never thought of that. Like, who thinks about that? But like, and just the fact that like she's noticing the chandelier, I can just see like the continuation of that conversation of her being like, or him asking, like, why were you looking at that? She's like, I was just trying. Oh my God, I just thought of, like, oh
no. What?
Sorry, I do that a lot. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I love it. I'm on the edge of my seat, but you gotta tell me because I'm dying.
You know what she was talking about, like, Sophie is, like, prismatic. Yeah. And, like, looking at, like, these prisms and, like, these shapes and the light shining through in the chandelier, it might make her...
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's so amazing.
Oh my God. Right? Because I feel like they're going to have a conversation about, like, why were you looking at the chandelier? And she's like, have you never noticed, like, the way the light shines through and can, like, make a rainbow?
I have full body chills. I am getting teary. Do you see my eyes? That's so amazing. That's perfect.
Oh my God. Is that like job application for season 5 writer still open? Because like I'll apply, I think.
I love it so much. It's so
Just for the
good.
one thing. Oh, frick.
That's so good.
I
I'm so
mean,
obsessed. I love it so much.
oh
Well,
Lord.
not nearly as profound, but you know what we do get to see in episode 1 of season 4? Jealous Benedict.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Get confused,
So,
Benny boy. Get confused. Jealous
exactly.
and confused.
Yeah, it honestly, like I feel like I have consistently kind of rolled my eyes about like the jealousy and the love triangles and things, whatever. At this point, it just feels like a staple of Bridgerton, so I'm like embracing it. Where I'm like, okay, like look in every season for where can we find the jealousy? Where is the love triangle coming from? Okay, it's sort of like an Easter egg hunt rather than like a little bit of an annoying story crutch. Instead, I'm choosing to embrace, uh, and I love it. My question is, so I think who Sophie is talking to, I think that's Lord Wilding. I think that's the friend, like Fife and Lord Cho's friend, like the blonde guy. I can't remember his name. Joe Barnes, who was at the SAG Awards. I think that's him.
Oh, interesting. I mean, why not? I can see that. They're recurring characters and they'll fuck shit up. They'll be around to keep poking and yeah, oh my gosh, I need to rewatch now. It very well could be.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, right in there. Dove right in there. And Benedict's face just drops, basically. The music shifts, and I know that is just like the preview music, but like he's just like, ah, shit. Like he thought he had her, and he hadn't even like locked eyes with her. Uh, it's funny because I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like, "Go say the dance is for you," but he didn't, or well, they cut it because
They
I think
cut
it's
it
gonna
off.
happen. They
I
cut
think so
him
too.
off. Yeah.
It just makes sense. Very much looked. I scoured the background. I scoured the background of the
Yeah.
landscape version as well. I did not see a single buddy else who was a named character. I didn't see anyone. So maybe there is and I missed them, but like I looked real carefully and I didn't see anybody.
I didn't see anybody either, and the accounts that I follow who typically do find things didn't find anything either. So I was like, I think we're good. I don't think there was anybody there. I mean, interesting costumes in the background, questionable costumes, but we're here to talk about the main event. So yeah, nothing noteworthy I think in the background. So
Yeah.
um, but yeah, just dying for the continuation of this scene
Yeah.
and surprised that we got that scene at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to talk about like what we think might be coming for To Doom if there's anything? Because I would have assumed that would have came at To Doom.
Yeah.
So I don't know where we stand.
It's extremely interesting. I I mean, Tom Verica said we are getting stuff at To Doom.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I mean, another teaser scene feels weird. Maybe some more stills I could see. But I'm also really wondering if maybe To Doom is then going to be the spin-off announcement, which feels odd but not impossible. So I don't know. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I feel like I suddenly felt less anticipation for To Doom.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't feel like there's a lot more to come. But as I'm saying that and articulating that at like outside of my mind, it's like, well, we everything we've gotten so far has been unexpected, so maybe we'll get something. But this spin-off thing might be the thing, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like my hopes aren't up for much for To Doom. And I feel like that's a dangerous thing. A scary thing, because it's like, what are they going to slap us with? I feel like there's going to be something. I feel like maybe it's just an interview with Luke and Yaren.
Oh, yeah. It could definitely be that.
I'm just thinking of like when it was Claudia Jesse, Luke Newton, and Nicola Coughlan. They were
Yeah.
doing like that painting thing. It was casual, didn't give away much.
Hmm.
I could see them just like interacting, not in a live setting, like a pre-record. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that that's a distinct possibility. Yeah, that sounds right.
And then,
Uh,
but then I think of like last To Doom when we got two scenes from season three. That's because we already had a date. We knew it was coming in a few months. Like that was expected.
mhm.
If it's not coming in 2025, I don't know why they would give us more scenes, right?
Yeah, I mean, a scene on top of a scene just feels so unlikely. I mean, not completely because, like you said, they did it with season three, but it was a lot closer to the release date than this is. Like, this is,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know.
I feel like our guard is down
Yeah,
and we're going to get something. And we're going to be like, oh my God. But who knows? Who knows? It
yeah,
feels like so many things are already coming out for Netflix, so many announcements, some posters, some real like all the things and I'm like what else do they have for To Doom? Like I feel like there's so much that gets dropped ahead of To Doom on To Doom, like the website. It's like what
right.
are you guys going to be doing on the 31st? Like I'm confused. But
Yeah,
we'll see, I guess. But it's nice to go into that with like the comfort of having these facts behind
yeah.
us.
Well, and what's wild is that so we got a lot of things that were, deeply confirmed. But, this is Bridgerton, this is the Rational Romantics, so we love to speculate. So we
Mm.
have some more things that we need to speculate about. One of the most interesting to me was that apparently, and some stuff has definitely been discovered from the Pinterest boards of like the behind the scenes people, costume designers, set designers, all those things. So allegedly, I have not seen the original Pinterest board. Allegedly, one of the costume designers has a Pinterest board with all like costuming for a gold ball. It's all gold, gilts, like everything. So I'm wondering, and okay, and for what it's worth, I asked my source, and they gave me a little like winky face, like I can't confirm nor deny, which doesn't feel like a no.
Doesn't feel like a no. Kind of feels like a soft confirm.
Right. So a gold ball,
Ooh.
maybe, possibly for the final ball of the season.
Yeah, I love that. I'm a gold girly. I love that. Oh, and it would be kind of cool to go from silver to gold.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. So I like
That'd be
it.
perfect. Yeah. The lady in silver comes out in gold.
Yes.
Oh, I love that so much. And what's really cool is that at the BAFTA Awards last weekend, Luke Newton had confirmed that they were just filming a ball. Not last week. Like it was they're still filming, they're still going and they just filmed a huge ball scene that like is extravagant and you kind of like he kind of feels like, wow, I can't believe that they put this together and it that was just last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. Like they're still in it and a gold ball would be magical. So
What?
who knows? But that's cool. I love a little winky face.
Me too.
I can't
Um,
say anything, but
yeah.
love it.
And then speaking of, Luke talking about them filming, last week Nicola also confirmed at the BAFTAs that they are, still filming, that it's taken them 9 months this season. And also, my source did say that they are done next week. So that would be the end next week. So,
Oh my god! That's a little, a little big timbit there.
yeah.
Like, Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And then, I mean, we have one more thing that we have to clown about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big thing to clown about. And what's so funny is that I got a message from somebody who was like, uh, guys,
Me? Yeah.
did your interview last week happen to like accidentally confirm this? So, Deb, what are we theorizing?
Well, as you know, we had a lovely, lovely conversation with Erica Oakvist, the hair and makeup for Bridgerton season 2 and 3. And she just happened to say that she was speaking with the makeup artist who specifically does the makeup for Penelope, among others. And they were trying to figure out how many looks were happening on Penelope in season 3. But then she ended up talking about some looks for Penelope and beyond for season 4.
So I was talking to Jess, who does the makeup for Penelope today, and we were debating how many looks she had on season 4, and she either has got 42 or 47 totally different hair and makeup looks, and that's just one character. The Queen is in the 20s, you know. And whilst Penelope had on season 4, I think Penelope had 7 different looks. Cressida had 1. I'm just trying to sort of explain, you know, and still it feels like Cressida got like hundreds of different looks. So it's definitely one of those ones where we're trying to give the audience what they expect in terms of giving them new looks, but to shock them every time we get a new look. So not what they expect, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. So she goes from talking about how this crazy amount of looks that Penelope has in season 3. And then she goes on to say, again, she is speaking about talking to the woman Jessie, who is the current makeup artist for Nicola, for Penelope in season 4. She's saying like, oh, how many looks does Penelope have? Well, she has like 7 in season 4. And then compared to Cressida, who has 1. What the fuck? What? Did we just confirm Cressida? Deb, did on our podcast, is this the first? Did we confirm Cressida in season 4?
I mean, it's only fitting that we do. Because you have been theorizing Cressida for months. For months. Oh my god. And you know what's funny is that when we were talking, re-listening to it, editing it, we just thought that she was talking about season 3. But when you listen to it, she's talking about season 4, aka 3, and then season 4 again. And like Cressida definitely has more than one look in season 3. And I just think if you're talking to the makeup artists for the current season of Bridgerton and you're speculating on different looks for different characters and how many there are then versus now, I think you're doing it then versus now. You're not doing it then and then a then. Like, no. It feels like she's talking about Penelope in season 4 and Cressida in season 4. And she says something like, well, we just heard it. Like, she talks about, you know, it feels like Cressida has, like, a bunch, but, like, it's just one. And it's just, it makes sense if she has a smaller appearance in this season. It feels confirmed.
Yeah.
Or at least very close, as you said, 97.5%.
Yeah. I feel by far the most confident that I have yet that we're going to see Cressida in season 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a wild theory that I messaged you that I was kind of wondering, because with that whole idea of like, well, she has 1, but it feels like she has more. I was like, well, could she have 1 because she's a maid now? If we're exploring the whole downstairs aspect Could she have gotten booted to the servant class, like, rather than stick with her horrible, abusive aunt?
Yeah, only time will tell. But Cressida feels like she's going to be back in season 4. And I kind of love that Erica gave us that.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's interesting too because, I mean, separate from Cressida, another fairly big thing might have gotten confirmed with that is that we'll have 7 looks from Penelope in season
Yeah.
3, which
Yeah.
tells us that there are 7 kind of individual moments. That doesn't necessarily mean 7 episodes. It doesn't necessarily mean only 7 scenes either, but it gives us, I think, sort of a general idea of how much we're going to see Penelope, which is like, you know, significant. That's a good portion of things. But I'd have to go back and look like how many that is compared to Kate. But I want to say Kate had like 5 or 6 in season 3 looks, so that
Yeah.
would make
Yeah.
sense. That would be about right.
Yeah. At least one for every ball. You can see Penelope at every ball. Lady Whistledown, have a mom look. Some balls. He's so cute. Oh, and every time like we hear, oh, we're still filming, Nicola confirms it, Luke confirms it, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy you guys are still filming. I'm so happy you guys are still around, and not that they were really going anywhere, and they, you know, they've always said that they would come back and everything, but it's, yeah, so nice to hear them talk about it.
It's so cute. Well, and I have a ton of faith in that Luke Newton is going to continue to leak stuff to us because he also soft confirmed that we were going to have season 5 because it was like in the like BAFTA interviews, they were talking about him and it's like, oh yeah, he plans on being back for season 5, like even though that's not like fully, you know, whatever. And it's like, right, because he can't keep his damn mouth shut and we love him for it.
He's a danger.
He's the Tom Holland of the Bridgerverse.
So exciting. So many exciting things coming up. It's like, it's, again, full throttle. And we love it. So, and I feel like, again, I can say I am jealous of future us, June 1st us, to see what happens at To Doom. But, like, who'd have thought last week when we were speculating about this week that this is what we were going to get? 2 renewals, a scene. I still can't believe we got a scene.
Yeah.
2026, like so many things. So many things. And who knows where we're going to be in June, let alone 2026. Crazy.
It's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to go by so fast.
Yeah.
I
And
can't wait.
all you got to do is follow along with us.